Looks like Thomas is closer to coming back than Dia. Back cut here by Jackson. K-State defends it well, but does allow the basket, and Cincinnati breaks out on top.
They themselves, the last couple trips, very good execution offensively.
Sundell pressured out high, turns the ball over. Picked up by Hilton. She'll lay it in on the run out. Center stage. We'll talk about K-State's mindset heading into Big 12 play. Sophie Smith with us when we return.
You can lull this Wildcat defense a little bit to sleep. You're the Cats, you've got to be more aggressive, you've got to stay on your toes, and they've got to find some ways here to execute.
Poindexter, top of the circle, three-pointer.
But that's where you've got to generate second chance opportunities. Offensive glass, next pass, K-State makes them pay.
Jalen Glenn on the assist from Sides, who had two running at her. That's the 11th block of the season for Sundell, who ranks in the conference top 10. Taylor gets a post-up opportunity, left-hand layup.
And that's deep, and that's because Cincinnati had to scramble, and that's where Kansas State has to be.
The only one that was a question mark today was Sanchez. Mopping on a drive and finish.
That's your job. You're going to get those limited minutes off the bench for Eliza Moppet, Kennedy Taylor, Amani Lester when they come in. It's
win percentage. And Glenn able to get another steal. 5 turnovers now for Cincinnati. Moppet on the other end lays it in. The K-State defense taking center stage. And they have the 13th ranked Wildcats up 6 at the end of 1. Lester, the former number 8 post player in the country, stripped to the wall here is Cincinnati by Walker. Sanchez, 2 dribbles or 2 steps, no dribbles, and lays it in.
So far, it has been about the length and speed of their D and not allowing teams to take advantage and to dissect them. It has been
those long arms of this K-State defense. Glenn in transition, pull it, pop and hit. Timeout Bearcats.
Feet set, ready to shoot the basketball, and Jalen Glenn knocks it down. This Kansas State team up 13 here at home. How can Cincinnati attack? What can they take advantage of?
Sidestep by Sides, hammers the 3. The nation's best three-point shooter with her first.
By Kansas State.
There was contact, man did the right thing by selling it, and she hits the 3. The first of the game for the Bearcats, and that makes it an 8-point lead.
For their leading scorers, averaging a double-double. And now Kansas State, they've got to attack when she's not on the floor.
Glenn in transition, and Jalen Glenn, the leading scorer for Kansas State with 11.
25, 30 feet away from the basket. Not a lot of opportunities to penetrate and get to the rim.
Arnold Jackson trying to drive and kick out the man who catches and hits another 3. Final few seconds of the second quarter. Lee working on Hayes. Goes up strong and scores her first basket. And it's wide open for Zy Walker. Three-pointer is good.
She was the only player for K-State that didn't score in that first half.
Drive and a miss. Lee gets the rebound. That was Hilton trying to create. Snyder now on the post, defending Lee in transition. Poindexter left open, buries the 3. Into the lane to have to deal with her. It makes open shots for other players.
Well, I always like to say it's you got to pick your poison. You've got to make a choice. And the choice is you're going to double, you're going to triple team. You want a front? Well, you better have better help side. They themselves needing to create more chaos, just haven't been able to get the stops they wanted on this end of the floor. And when you don't have the ability to take a turnover and run.
Sophie, thank you for that. Chayton still ranks in some of the rankings for K-State in the track program under a new coach. Poindexter hammers a 3-pointer right side, and Victor Mann was drive by Jackson, could not get the look for Hayes. Hayes working to get open. Ariel Jackson a guarded 3. Jillian Hayes the rebound. Great find of Ndiba underneath.
And that is her ability to create on the glass. She's the highest ranked recruit in program history, number 10 in the latest ESPN.com rankings. A 5-star kid and just a gamer. And then creating now an opportunity here for Cincinnati.
Shot good, and a foul by Sides and a chance at a 3-point play.
Coming into today, 33% from behind that 3-point line.
14 for Poindexter, who scores 11 of that here in the third quarter. And a banked-in 3-pointer by Ariel Jackson to end the third. So after a disastrous start, and cut was a 30-point
We'll review
deficit.
the last 2.
Down to 19, but that will be a shot that counts. Yeah, 14-2 run on K-State. Counting the end of that third quarter, make it 16-2 run.
And a turnover right there by Poindexter. That makes it number 12 for K-State here in this game.
So what looked like to be headed a blowout has now become a tight game, and Ariel Jackson, another three-pointer. Now a little bit of nervousness. Not that K-State's in danger of blowing the lead, but Cincinnati continues to fight. Ariel Jackson has been a difference maker. Hilton going coast to coast, lays it in, and have pulled to within single digits, or 11, of K-State. Glenn got a late block shot. Lee comes in and blocks Hayes. But since that, before those block shots, Cincinnati had gone 8 of its last 9 with 4 threes.
They're in a silo. They'd assume the only place that ball has to go is into the post. We'll use her as a decoy, allow her to get position. Maybe.
Wildcats get bogged down a little bit, Mal, here in the half court. 10 on the shot clock. Lee a little farther away for the basket this time. Doesn't matter. Double figures for Lee.
Limited minutes, high efficiency, exactly what you want out of your All-American.
And we saw that number earlier, just how efficient she is. What a shot hit by Reagan Jackson. We'll let Sundell hear about it afterwards. Sundell in transition. Cut by Poindexter. Lays it in. 18, a quiet 18 for Tamara Poindexter.
Yeah,
judicious when it comes to blocking shots. Another run out from Poindexter. A 20-point game for Tamara Poindexter, her second as a Wildcat. Man was ready to let that go, but thought better of it. Now she'll go one-on-one against Glenn. And Chloe Mann drills the jumper, double figures.
Mentality of this team, what their identity is, it's going to be that, no doubt.
Tough shot made by Byers, her first field goal since the first quarter.
At her alma mater.
29 in the game earlier this year against Western Illinois. Poindexter straight on three. 23 for Poindexter. Ties her season high, which came against Belmont, one of those great mid-major teams.
Well, you said it, quiet. It has felt like a very quiet 23 points today by the transfer from Tulsa, but you see the effectiveness of her game, whether she's going to step out, knock down threes, hit them in transition, to open Big 12 play at Cincinnati. They play each other to start the conference season yet again this season, and Kansas State is going to have that first home win